David Blaustein, back from the emergency room visit after Yolanda Cespedes was hit in the finger. Everything all right, David?
We were all hit in the finger.
Yes.
If you're a Mets fan, you were collectively hit. It's as a Mets fan, there's always something to complain about, isn't there?
Yes, there is.
It's as if they forgot that they are in position to have home field advantage.
Right.
And they just let themselves get swept by the Phillies. Let's put out the JV team and see what happens. And if we don't have home field advantage against a team that actually plays very well at home and terrible on the road, so be it.
Well, Met fans actually almost forgot for a moment they were Met fans. Right? You were like, wait a minute, oh, never mind. That's right. We're Met fans. We're doomed for this. All right, let's talk a little movies. The Martian with Matt Damon. What do we think?
Book by Andy Weir. It's a terrific book. Andy Weir is a self-professed science geek and NASA nerd. He actually wrote a computer program to help him figure out the science in the book. Now, why do you need science in this book? Well, this is about, in the world of The Martian, we are on our third manned mission to Mars, and Matt Damon is an astronaut named Mark Watney, and something happens and he winds up getting abandoned there, and his crew thought he was dead. They had to leave him there, and the problem for Mark Watney, once it's revealed that he survived, is he's got 4 years there alone, because that's when the next manned mission to Mars is coming back. And while there is a place where the astronauts live and all the other astronauts left behind their food, it's only food for collectively about 60 days. And that's not nearly enough. So he has to figure out how he can make food and survive. He's a botanist, so that helps. So he figures out a way to grow potatoes, and that's all I'm going to tell you.
All right.
Well,
and then he has to figure out how to survive and brave the elements, and Andy Weir in the book worked out all the science. And this was a script that Ridley Scott really loved, so he decided to direct this and very smartly cast Matt Damon, who is the perfect Mark Watney. You know, Mark Watney is not, I know a lot of women think that Matt Damon is a stud, but he's not portrayed as a particularly handsome guy. That's not his strong suit, just a smart guy. So the guy who played Good Will Hunting, of course, would be able to pull this off. And he's also a little bit of a wise guy. They left a lot of, like, my chief complaint about the adaptation of the screenplay to the big screen is that they left out some of his best lines. The book is actually really funny, and the movie is kind of funny. It has some humor, but overall, the bottom line for this movie is it's one of Ridley Scott's best films. It's certainly, I think, maybe the most realistic space adventure we've ever experienced. And I don't know if the science is exactly right, but man, it's great. It's just thrilling. And there's also an incredibly diverse cast, because while he is secluded, he's by himself on Mars, there's also NASA on Earth, and that's just filled with a lot of great personalities and a lot of terrific actors, and very interesting. So this movie to me is a must-see, 4.5 out of 5 stars.
Beautiful. We have no time, David Blaustein. Have you seen the movie The Walk?
I have seen The Walk, and that's also a must-see. You must see it in IMAX 3D. If you're prone to vertigo and you're scared of heights, maybe not the movie for you. The narrative is a little cartoonish, but the way Robert Zemeckis renders this walk between the Twin Towers, the way he renders the Twin Towers, is just incredible. It's all the movie. He's conjured up all the movie magic in the world and really puts you in a spot where only one person has been before, and that's Philip Petit, the guy who walked that rope between the World Trade Center. I mean, it's a great story. I also highly recommend the documentary about him, Man on Wire. It won an Oscar. It came out in 2009.
Yeah.
But this is just one of those things. Again, if you're prone to vertigo and you're scared of heights, this probably isn't the movie for you. But if you're good with that, you absolutely should see this movie. Just the walk, that whole scene on top of the Twin Towers, and seeing the Twin Towers the way it is, because it is a perfect rendering of the Twin Towers. Trust me, I've been there many times. You got to see this movie. David
Blaustein, ladies and gentlemen. Have a good week, David. Thanks for checking in.
Take care. Bye.
826, Big 550, KTRS.